In Manhunt, players navigate a chilling world where they must survive brutal life or death hunts. Orchestrated by the twisted film producer Lionel Starkweather and the mysterious figure known as MR.NASTY.
Hey, tough guy, wake up. You're not dead. Well, not yet anyway.
As the unseen mastermind behind a snuff film operation, MR.NASTY embodies the darkest aspects of human exploitation and violence, making this game one of the most shocking and notorious entries in the gaming world. But who exactly is MR.NASTY? MR.NASTY is mentioned in the instruction manual for Manhunt, which is part of the Valiant Video Enterprises Winter and Spring catalog. In the game, he is considered the main villain, even more than the lovely Lionel Starkweather, who is the face of the brutal film business. MR.NASTY is the one who finances and produces the snuff films that players are forced to participate in, while Starkweather manages the operations. It is MR.NASTY who cleverly orchestrates the entire scheme from the shadows, carefully concealing his identity. He treats human life as a form of entertainment. But if I had to show you an example of him displaying this, I would likely bring you Pigy and the tragic transformation that turned him into a killing machine. Both Starkweather and MR.NASTY recognize that Pigy's emotional turmoil could be weaponized, creating a character who embodies fear and violence, thus making Pigy a fan favorite in their productions.
Maybe it is your day. Shit! What the fuck is that? Support! Repeat! Send it! Oh shit!
So the nightmare fuel embodiment of MR.NASTY not only gives us a chilling character, but adds a dark aspect to the story, as players see how these awful events unfold for the sake of a sick film project. But going back to the game's manual, there is a picture of a man wearing a Skins hockey mask, which is also shown on the cover of the game. However, many fans believe this image is just generic artwork and does not truly show MR.NASTY's face. But there is this image of MR.NASTY that shows him wearing a black gimp suit, suggesting that he has an interest in bondage and may also be linked to the adult film industry. This choice keeps his identity a mystery and adds to the creepy atmosphere of the game. What makes MR.NASTY even more interesting is that his fate at the end of Manhunt is left unclear. After the events where Starkweather is killed by the main character, James Earl Cash, and Gary Schaefer is exposed, players might expect MR.NASTY to be caught too.
Acclaimed movie maker Lionel Starkweather has been found dead today, along with several of his bodyguards, at his estate at the Wapona Hills residential district. In what investigators are calling a bloody vendetta, an unknown assailant infiltrated the compound, killing Starkweather, but more interestingly, leading police to the site of a snuff film ring being run from the estate's confines. Linked to this ring is Carcer City's own police chief, Gary Schaefer, whose lawyer stated that he intends to plead not guilty.
However, the manual and other materials only talk about events leading up to a certain point, leaving his future uncertain. This allows players to speculate whether he was arrested along with Starkweather, or whether he managed to escape and continue his shady activities somewhere else. The lack of a clear ending for MR.NASTY adds to the horror of the game, making you wonder about the true extent of his power and influence. MR.NASTY also has connections to real-life events that make him even more intriguing. He is seen as one of Rockstar Games' most mysterious villains, with no further references to him in other games, including Manhunt 2. The name MR.NASTY may have been inspired by a true story from 1994 when a man named Tom Halloran was caught selling banned violent videos to children. A newspaper reported this incident with the headline, "MR.NASTY sells death videos to our kids." This suggests that the game developers were influenced by real fears about violent media, using MR.NASTY to comment on society's relationship with violence and entertainment. But to sum everything up, no one really knows who MR.NASTY is. He could be a political figure, a corn star, or even an in-game character from other cities like Liberty City or Los Santos. What we do know is that MR.NASTY is a frightening, shadowy figure, likely still lurking and preying on the vulnerable. So to avoid becoming a part of his twisted films, make sure to hit the subscribe button, or MR.NASTY will be waiting for you.
Now That's the way you're gonna want it, because I'm your only way out of here. Hey, easy. Look, you've had an unexpected reprieve. Do exactly as I say, and I promise this will be over before the night is out.